What's up, guys? Welcome to the Soccer Wingman, and we're going to talk about Game Week 4, and we're going to start right now. So, Cantwell managed to score with an assist from Pukki. Pukki was my captain of the week, though I missed the wave that happened on Game Week 2, where he scored a lot of points. Here he scored about 22 points. This wasn't so bad. Jota flopped again, so kind of thinking of replacing him. Rashford blanked because, as we all know, Man United missed another penalty. These guys are unreliable. I think I'll take all of the Man U players out of my team now. So that was the review of Game Week 3. Let us look at how Game Week 4 will be like. For starters, I'll start by saying that I use my wild card. So this is how my team looks like now for Game Week 4. I've made a few changes and I've brought in Salah for Mane. I've also put in AGUERO and TEERMU Abraham. I think that AGUERO is very consistent. He's more like Kevin De Bruyne. You can always count on him to bring the goods. TEERMU Abraham has the backing of the manager, so since he scored his first brace, I think he'll do some wonders, because even when he's not playing very well, Lampard tends to get him instead. What's up, guys? So we just did the review of Game Week 3. Now we're just going to dive into Game Week 4. I decided to use my World Cup for Game Week 4 because I felt that I needed to bring in the likes of Sergio Aguero, who have a track record of scoring goals, over 20 goals every season for the past 5 seasons now, and is now in the top 10. The likes of TEERMU Abraham, who have the backing of the manager, the Chelsea prospect from the youth, and is now playing in the first team. And Frank Lampard, the Chelsea legend, is back now as a manager, and he finally got his first win, and it was courtesy of TEERMU Abraham. So let us look at how the team looks like in midfield, at the back, and at the front. Okay, so after I used the wild card, this is how the team looks like. This is Game Week 4. In goal, I've made an alteration. I've put in ADRIAN. Virgil van Dijk comes in for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Kelly comes in for Walker, and I keep in Lundstrom. I'm hoping Lundstrom will deliver this weekend, because Sheffield United seem to be a very strong team. Anyway, moving forward in midfield, Raheem Sterling, I've captained him for this game week because I think that Man City will demolish the team that they're playing this weekend. That means that Kevin De Bruyne, Mr. Consistent, also has to be in the team. For those of you that want another alternative apart from Kevin De Bruyne now, that don't have enough money, you can buy David Silva. He had 2 assists last weekend. And I took out Sadio Mane for Mohamed Salah, because I think after his performance from the Liverpool-Arsenal game, he might do some damage this coming weekend, even though it's against the very, very competitive and stubborn Burnley, because Burnley sit very deep, and the only time that you can get them is maybe through a counter, or if you just keep on coming at them. So the most likely to score against such a very, very defensive side, I think, is Salah for Liverpool. And Dendonka comes in for Wolves. I think since he is part of a winning Wolves side that beat Torino on Thursday in the Europa Champions League, I think they will be able to play some good football. And moving on forward, like I said, I've made room for Sergio Aguero, who I've made as my vice captain. This is because in the first game and the second game, Sergio Aguero came in as a substitute and managed to score. Even in the third game, he started the game and he scored. And I think that it won't be any different when Game Week 4 comes in. TEERMU Abraham seems to have found his feet. He scored a brace in game week 3, and I think that he'll be able to deliver for Chelsea this coming weekend. TEERMU Pukki, well, we all know how lethal this guy can be. Right now, he can't stop scoring. He keeps scoring from virtually any angle. So I think I'll keep my faith in him for now. And even though I won't make him my captain, I have belief that he will score. So the other player that I replaced here is Cantor for Dendonka, and Rashford for Tammy Abraham. So anyway, let's look at how our bench looks like. So there's new faces in the bench now. There's Douglas Luiz, there's Hanleaf, and there's Rico. So basically, that is the team that we're going to use for game week 4. I think most of our points are going to come from the midfield and the front line. The reason why I've made my defense look so weak is that I think that the midfielders right now are delivering more than the back line. Because for Liverpool, even though they're playing very well, I think the only times they'll start having clean sheets is after Alisson comes back. Anyway, so this is our team. For those that like the video, you can subscribe for the next video for game week 5, which will be next week.